Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at Siggraph 2019. I've got Unity's Adam Myhill here, and we're going to talk about many different things, but why don't we jump into how the engine is helping people that aren't technical become more creative.
Yeah.
So jump
in.
in.
How does that happen?
Yeah, well, how is your tool providing that to them? What does it do in order to allow them not to have to get into the technical weeds, but just to focus on the creativity?
Well, you see results right away. So, I mean, there's so many different things you can work on in Unity, but let's take like a animated short, like an animated film. Once you get your characters in, you can do animations there. You see your lighting, you see your post-processing, you see your edit. You're not coding to do this stuff. You have your finger, we call it a finger in every department. So, you know, previously you had these like very siloed work sections. You know, we'll do the animatic, and then we're going to do cameras, and then we'll do lighting. And now it's just parallel. And everybody sees everything together. Everybody sees everyone else's contribution. And the results are instant.
It's more of a collaborative process.
Absolutely.
And it's giving you a head start to where you... How long would something like that take, let's say, before they were using the engine?
So we did a project called Baymax Dreams with Disney Television and Animation. And we did 3 episodes for that. Won a technical Emmy as well, which I need to say, we're very proud of our team for that. Disney said that it was 40 to 50% less time overall. That was the savings.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's not just that. We have this corny saying, but it's true, like come for the savings, but stay for the creativity. And what that means is the directors and the people get so much closer to the characters. You can tell if something's working before you send it off to the render farm for it to come back 2 weeks later and go, you know, that joke isn't landing, or that shot's too long.
Yeah.
You just do it right there. There's no post. You know, what ifs are just what if. And there's some famous examples of that. Neill Blomkamp on the Adam series, he did the Adam series 2, which is our robot character that was created by our demo team. He changed the lighting for a shot on the last day. Now you say that to someone from Pixar or someone else, and it's like, you know, in a traditional pipeline, you'd have to render that out. And we're just like, oh, let's go from noon to sunset. We're done.
It is pretty remarkable that you could, but you could try so many different iterations, and it really does enable the creativity. How is that affecting? How is that sort of going through the pipeline, affecting not only films but also episodics?
Yeah, we see. I mean, that's personally that's a real passion zone, because I've worked in that space and I know how hard it is to get through all the shows and to make that many minutes a week. You know, on a film you have 2 years or whatever it is. The TV guys think that that's a luxury because they've got to, you know, really crank it through. So being able to see results right away, to experiment with like next to no cost, you know, just, well, let's try that. Okay, it didn't work. And to crank shows out faster, but still at this visual quality that's like every year it's getting better and better.
Oh yeah, well, episodics are expected to look like films now, but they're shorter deadlines, shorter, you know, smaller budgets.
Way smaller budgets.
Yeah.
Less people, right? So these tools are making that possible.
And it's pretty cool. Other examples that you could point to? Any episodic shows that have been using?
Well, we just finished an internal project called Sherman, and it was the first use case of real-time fur and a very beautiful, elegant motion blur system. And it's a story that we wrote, and it's about this raccoon trying to get dog food in a dog's backyard. And it's, you know, kind of silly, and it's 2.5 minutes. But the point of it is that we've put all of our best thinking into it, all of our best visuals, all the graphic tricks, everything, and then we've given it away. So if you go to the Unity website, you can download it, it's free, and you can see how we did it, and everything's there. Because so often when we work with, you know, like Disney, we just can't give those things away because it's their IP. So we decided to build one, and it's all our content, all our stuff, and then give it out to the community.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can you also talk about partnering with other companies that enable the process to be more streamlined? Like, for instance, there's a camera system, Cinemachine.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, that's mine. I built that, and Unity acquired it, and I could talk about Cinemachine all day. But
because you were a DP in another life.
Yeah.
And then you built this tool. So how does it help
Here's the shortest way to get the idea across. In real life, the cameraman looks through the lens, and there's a relationship between the camera and the subject. I see you, I'm framing you. If you move, I move the camera. There's this connection through the lens, like I'm looking. In CG, believe it or not, there's no relationship between the camera and the subject, really. The camera doesn't know what it's looking at. People just animate it, and if an animator the next day changes the character, the camera is looking at the sky. And I thought that was crazy. So I built a camera system that you actually tell the cameras what shots you want. And then if things change, they figure it out. So you can actually do cameras early in the process. And then as a director, you can say, make them walk faster. Get them to hold a beat there. And all the camera animations are broken because that little camera robot knows what to do and is filming it dynamically. But it still feels like a real camera. And that's the gist of it. And the directors we've worked with have said that it is transformative for them because you can put some cameras in and then change your minds on animations, and you're not always breaking cameras. You don't have to do cameras last. You can actually do them earlier in the process. So
That's pretty cool.
We're pretty excited about that.
Anything I haven't asked that you feel is important to touch on?
Well, I mean, the future of ray tracing. You know,
Okay.
we're doing ray tracing in
Touch on
Unity.
that.
20 years ago, it was my first Siggraph. And I remember having a discussion about real-time ray tracing, and we all laughed because it was this impossible idea.
Yeah.
Here we are, and we're doing it, and rendering in an authentic to reality way in real time in a image. And I mean, that's crazy.
It is great.
The tools that people have to create things now. I mean, we're not limited by technology barrier, hardware barrier. Your creativity is the limitation, you know? And that's a great place to be.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Educating us what Unity is, and thank you. I appreciate
Cheers.
it.
It's great being here.
Thanks. Randy Altman, Post Perspective, Siggraph 2019.